be showing you guys how to make a batch of brownies from scratch. If there's one thing people can't resist, is the perfect batch of brownies. Everybody knows how to make a pan of brownies you buy in the box at the grocery store, but I want to go a few steps further and make them from scratch. Finding the perfect recipe and making homemade brownies is something that can be passed down and shared with friends and family. It can be a dessert that people look forward to and request at special occasions. More people in my family prefer brownies over any other type of dessert, so I want to make a batch of brownies that I found from a recipe that everybody will enjoy. My mom is a huge baker, and I hear her say all the time that she wants to know how to make them from scratch, so I'm going to show that it's not that hard to do. Brownies from scratch take more ingredients, but the outcome is much more satisfying. So to get started, I looked up a few recipes on the internet. I found one from Quick and Easy Brownies by C. Nelson and compared it to a video by Sally's Baking Addiction to get a visualization on how brownies are made. I also compared it to a recipe I found in my grandma's cookbook called Baking from My Home to Yours by Dory Greenspan. The key to get started is to have a clean workspace and make sure you have enough room for everything. Then, following this recipe, we're going to need sugar, butter, cocoa powder, flour, vanilla, eggs, baking powder, and salt. To mix all these ingredients, you put dried ingredients in one bowl and the wet ingredients in another. Once they're all mixed together, you put them together and make a batter. I already have my batter made so that we can show all the steps to making the brownies. To make sure you get the correct measurements of everything, you use a wet measuring cup, dry measuring cups, and teaspoons and tablespoons. I also prefer to use a spatula with a flat sides to make sure that everything gets out of the bowl. Next, we're going to be using a 9x13 pan that is greased in order for the brownies to cook properly and not stick to the pan. You can also use an 8x8 pan. It just depends how you like the brownies. 8x8 would be more of a thick, cakey brownie, whereas a 9x13 makes them more chewy and delicious. So we're going to put the batter into the 9x13 pan, and we're going to have the oven preheating to 350, and when they're ready, we're going to cook these for 20 to 30 minutes. Once they're in the pan, we're going to stick them in the oven, and I already have a pan that's finished. It's an 8x8, and the key to making sure they come out of the oven correctly is to use a toothpick and poke it in the middle to make sure it comes out clean. If it comes out clean, you go ahead and cut them, and you're all set. There are many ways to enjoy brownies. One of my favorite ways is to use a cream cheese mixture and put it on the top before they're done baking. Or my other favorite way is to warm up a little bit and serve it with ice cream on top. In conclusion, brownies have been my favorite dessert since I was little, and always enjoy them as a treat. I can't wait to explore more recipes on the internet and enjoy more ways to make brownies. If you ever want to surprise someone with a homemade baking treat, brownies are always the way to go.